Hello, everyone. So glad to be back on here. I always say I'm going to be more consistent, but I've yet to master that task. Um, it's funny. I just had this conversation just minutes ago about how I've never understood people that want to take a vacation, that go on vacation, right? And it's mainly because I really just don't feel like I need a vacation. And but lately I'm going so hard and so intense that I now that's what it means to want a vacation. Like I don't need a couple hours off like I used to. I need like a few days. Um, I'm 4 weeks back from Iowa. It didn't go as planned. Had COVID 10 days before and then had some weird rash during the bike. But I didn't follow my gut instinct, and nurse practitioner, wanted me to take something with prednisone in there, and I'm like, "Are you sure?" And I knew I shouldn't. I did. Went against my own gut feeling on this thing, and it just made me overheat so bad. I couldn't believe it. I think that was the main thing that really cost me uh, being able to finish that event. But unlike in the past when I would just stop training and be done, I decided I'm going to ramp it up even more, and so talked to my coach, and so training's kicking back up, and then I signed up for Ironman Arizona like a couple of days after. I don't, maybe I was back home. I don't remember. So in November, I'm going to Arizona to do the Ironman there, and I'm not feeling burnout. Sure, I get tired, but I don't feel like I need to stop. So everything is right on track. But it's interesting, I've had so many clients I'm working with now, and the thing is, so many people don't stop and understand what's actually happening in their life. And what I really mean by that is, my February, I had this weird car accident, and I, totaled my Suburban, and it was one of those things. It had 330,000 miles on it, so it was very used, right? But I was gonna put another motor in there. It's about $2,500. So you figure I was gonna spend 3 grand to put another motor in there that would still only last me a couple years, probably. I don't know, maybe longer. But this weird accident that I can't really explain what happened, um, wiped my car out, right? Like totaled it. And I'm at the mindset and belief now that, okay, this isn't a bad thing. This is just a sign that something better is coming. So it's a one way to actually clear that old vehicle out of my life, clear that old stuff out, and make room for something else. I have bought another vehicle, and it's probably the fanciest vehicle I've ever owned. So nobody recognizes me in it, and it's kind of nice and weird at the same time. Um, but it's one of those things, that had to let that kind of happen. And a friend of mine, she just got into an accident. Uh, Same thing, totaled her car. And we talked like the day it happened, and she's not injured or anything. But I told her, I was like, you gotta wait, like something big is gonna happen. Like this is not a bad thing. You gotta realize that this is a good thing if you let it be. And so many times we want to look at, that wrecked vehicle, that's the closed door, that's done and gone. They're going to pay you money for it, and you're going to have to move on with your life. Well, she got paid, and she got paid way more than she thought. And it's one of those things, she just thought it was going to be this number, but wasn't sure. And that's exactly what it was. And it was a lot of money, but it's one of those things you have to believe that it will happen. And, so many times we look at from the victim's point of view or from that point of lack, and you just can't do that. Like you got to know what you're thinking and feeling at all times. Like if you're feeling frustrated, why, you know what I mean? Like um and what I really recommend doing, and I've done this myself, I've had so many people do it when they're frustrated. And I had this girl, a friend of mine, a couple weeks ago, and she was early in the morning. She just pulled me up, pulled me over and said, I need some I need a quick pep talk, whatever she called it. And she's like, just explained her morning she just had, like in a 30-second commercial. And it was just like horrible. And I'm like, yeah, but what are you really feeling about that? Like what about that is making you feel this? And we just kind of started working through it backwards. And it was just like, yeah, but you're frustrated or you're angry, but at what? At who? We started breaking it down like that. And I finally just said, it sounds like to me that your communication strategy or the method you used with your husband as far as the help you wanted or need wasn't there or expressed. And so that blame, that ownership is on you. And so you have to understand, when you're frustrated, it's normally at you because you're the one that actually took it to that place, or it's all in your head, like you made it a bigger deal than it needed to be. And I think it's so important just to understand, what are you really feeling. And it's just, I've always said, just write it down, look at that word, break it down. um but it's just like your interpretation of the situation is just always, it's, I don't know, it's usually the to blame. And I'm still doing this 21-day challenge. I'm coming up on my last few days of this 3-week thing that I've done for months, and I keep doing it, and it's working just because my vibe is high, everything is just clicking like it should. And it was funny, a couple days ago, both my vehicles broke down. They were down for like a day and a half, 2 days, but it's 105 degrees out here. So I was like, you know what? This is just a sign that I got to stay home and be inside. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't looking at it. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like, cars break, like things happen. I'm just like, whatever. You got to just roll with it and go, wait, what does this mean? I probably shouldn't go anywhere because I'm just going to stay home and do this, So everything happens the way it's supposed to, you know? Um, I get on here and I go way too fast, and I go kind of crazy trying to get so much information. Like you only have a minute or two to listen to me or something, and I have more thoughts and more notes on this stuff, and I get derailed. I do have some guest schedule coming up that's it's gonna be good, I think. I always like talking with guests more than I like just riffing on here. Um, gosh, but I recommend everybody check on your friends, check on people. I will periodically just send a text to somebody I hadn't heard from in a while and be like, "You good?" Just to see, if you're good. Sometimes people reply, sometimes people don't. That always surprises me though when people don't reply to a text. Like, I know you got it. Like, it's not that hard to do. Um, gosh, what else? Let me think. Let me think. So we're in July. We actually got 164 days till Christmas, y'all. You want to hear that, didn't you? Um, hmm, hmm. As always, let me know if I can do anything for you guys. I'm around. My schedule is very limited now as we roll into these busy months, but I always have time for a conversation or a chat with you about whatever. Gosh, there was something I was going to say, and I can't remember what it was. Hmm. It's just something about, oh, I had this discussion earlier with this person. They're not quite in the physical shape they want to be in. They gained a few pounds over COVID. And I was like, well, the thing is, how you got here. It's not like in your sleep someone force fed you and you woke up full, right? It didn't happen like that. But you knew how you got there. So be honest with yourself and then just reverse it, roll it back out, go the other way. And I think that's, important, is for you just to know what you're feeling. And then two, be honest with yourself. Are you doing the best you can? Are you being the best friend you can be? Are you being the best human you can be to everybody else? And if not, why? And then if you need to, what can you do to make that better? And sometimes it is just a matter of sending a text to somebody, you know. I get busy. I forget to reply. I mean, I just remembered right now, I forgot to reply to a text from 9 o'clock this morning that I need to. Um, but it's one of those things, and maybe I did, and I just don't remember. But I like to do that at the end of my day. I like to recap all my messages, make sure I've kind of touched base. Um, Maybe next time I'll kind of go through my routines because I don't really deviate from my routines at all anymore. I mean, I still get up 4:15. I still meditate. I still get my day started, and then I just try to. If I have extra stuff, I plug it in where I can, um, because that's just kind of how you got to do it in this world. I I got a little secret. It's not a secret. Got a race. I'm putting on a little elm, and I'm the swim course coordinator. Say that 10 times fast. And so I really need to be out there in a boat, and I'm borrowing a friend's boat. And so I was out the other day kind of driving it around, getting used to it. I took it around to the boat dock so we could pull it out. But as I was driving this boat across the lake, basically, I realized I was like, I really like this. I really like this water stuff. Like I swim so much and I love the swimming part of it. But just being around that water and being in that boat is like, man, this is kind of, I really enjoy this. And I may or may not have started looking at boats online. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a big boat. I just want a little boat. I just want to like pop around the lake. You know what I mean? Just here and there. Anyway, gosh, I swear the next one will be, I'm going to be a lot more on task. This is late. It's almost bedtime. I just popped on here real quick because I was like, I recorded a few of these to then just load up. And wherever I downloaded them, I can't find where that is. Like, I don't remember where I downloaded it. And I'm like, well, that's the song. I just need to make a new one. So this is the new one. Bum, bum, bum. Like I'm in a conversation with people. What is going on? All right. Well, I guess that's it for now, guys. This is probably a little short one, but you know what? It's a good one. I was really slumped over there, wasn't I? Anyway, well, I hope you all have a great day, a great night, a great week, a great month, like whatever you're in the middle of. Keep rocking it, y'all. And see y'all next time. Bye.